everybody? Welcome back to the BlitzCity Podcast, where today we will be talking about Jackson State versus Texas Southern. I'm very excited for this game for one reason and one reason only. Part two of the two best quarterbacks in the SWAC going at it. Some people are going to say it's Jeremy Musa. I think it's Andrew Body. So part two of Shedeur Sanders, Andrew Body. It's going to be a show, right? And it's sold out. So you know people can't wait to see this game. Andrew Body has been balling against some of the FBS schools. Like, I've seen him. That's what makes me so impressed with this man. Like, he under pressure, he's cool as a cucumber, and he always puts the team on his back, something he's been doing since his freshman year. Shout out to Mr. Body. We've talked a little bit, and I would love to have Andrew Body on the show at some point. But before we get into this breakdown, guys, tonight, FBS Fridays are now a thing on this channel. We love FCS football, especially in the HBCU realm. But a lot of us are FBS fans as well. We watch FBS football. We are football enthusiasts. We are football lovers. So why not talk about it as well? Because for those of you who've been a subscriber on my channel from day one, I talked about FBS football in the beginning. I strayed away from it, just focused on HBCU. Now we're getting back to it just a little bit. So tonight is going to be me, the Blue Bloods, the Fanatics, and another special guest I have. Maybe even two more special guests. We'll see. But tune in at 8:30 and find out. We're going to be talking. If y'all got any questions about anything FBS football related, we're going to answer it. We're going to have a good time. Tonight, 8:30 p.m. Also, this Sunday, 4-star wide receiver, Jackson State commit, Robert Lockhart III, a.k.a. SRT, will be in the building for a live interview at 3 p.m. this Sunday, Eastern Time. Same thing goes for the live tonight. Make sure y'all check that out, please. It's going to be dope, I promise you. Now let's get into the video. Here's why I think going into this game, Jackson State's defense, they should dominate. If they can if they can control Andrew Body, they'll dominate. We know that. Offensively, though, I think they should lean more towards giving Syveon the ball. And I mean, more than usual. They should just focus on that run more than usual. And here's why. I was going to start with offense, but I'm going to give y'all the stats defensively. Texas Southern is second to last in sacks. Second to last. They're first in interceptions, though. They have 12 interceptions on the season. They're first. I don't even think any other school in the SWAC has gotten in double digits yet, if I'm being honest. They're close, but Texas Southern is well ahead at 12. So somebody in that secondary, or that secondary as a whole for Texas Southern, is getting after it. Now, I'm not saying Jackson State should be scared of that because they have the most talented wide receiver room in the country. But being the best secondary statistically is just what it is. When it comes to interceptions, they've been getting it. They've been finding a way to get it. Here's why I think you should get the ball to Syveon. Against the run, Texas Southern has been horrible. They've been bad. They've been pretty bad. They're 10th in rushing. As a matter of fact, they've given up 1,600 yards so far this season on the ground. They give up 5.5 yards a carry. I'm going to say that again. They give up almost 6 yards a carry on the ground. They've given up 16 touchdowns so far this season, and they give up 211 yards rushing a game. That is a weekly basis thing. That's pretty bad. So Syveon, being the workhorse that he is, being the beast that he is, I mean, it sounds like that's all you're going to have to be able to do to beat them or overwhelm them. Now, again, the secondary for Texas Southern has been pretty good this season. They are third in passing defense. Third. They only given up 185 yards per game. And they have 12 interceptions on the season. Their secondary is pretty good. Again, because don't get in the comments thinking that I'm saying Jackson State should be scared of that, because no, they shouldn't be. It's just from a common sense standpoint, I'm just saying prioritize the run, since they're horrible against the run. That's my whole point of that. Now, offensively, Jackson State should be just fine. And Jackson State's defense should really dominate, again, because the nucleus is Andrew Body for Texas Southern. But let me tell you what I mean by that. So Texas Southern is fifth offensively and defensively in the SWAC. They're a pretty balanced team overall. But when it comes to running, which we know is their strong point, they are fourth in the SWAC. Jackson State is fifth in rushing, and I think Texas Southern only leads them by 30-something yards, maybe less than that. But when it comes to passing, Texas Southern is eighth. So they're towards the bottom. They've only passed for 8 touchdowns so far this season. Only 8. Their completion percentage is 57%. Not that good. And they've only threw for 1,300 yards so far this season. Now, that's no knock against Andrew Body, because Andrew Body is a true dual threat. So he has to use his legs as much as he has to run. As much as he has to pass. So it kind of takes away from his stats, looking better than what they are currently in the passing game. And we know he carries that team on his back. So that's no disrespect to him, but it is what it is. Jackson State should dominate. Just keep him under control, because we all know the running is what is the strength for Texas Southern. It's the running. It's the running. Last year, in the first half, man, they got off pretty well. They got off pretty well in the run game, mostly because the defense wasn't playing assignment football. They didn't really know who was getting the ball. All those read options and those fakes, it was really getting to them. But, I think this is a lot better defense than last year. Overall, Jackson State's defense should dominate. They should, especially if you control Andrew Body. But I got Jackson State winning this thing big, but I do think Andrew Body will present some problems for that defense. You guys let me know what you think down in the comments below about this game and the way they should go. Let me know your score prediction, if you will. And like I said, man, alive tonight, FBS Fridays, alive this Sunday, 4-star commit for Jackson State, Robert Lockhart III, a.k.a. SRT. He's in the building at 3 p.m. So, with that being said, you're watching the BlitzCity Podcast. I'm your host, Kobe Orr, and I'm out. Peace.